So, eto, let's move on to yung mas contemporary nga na usapan. Sabi mo kanina, so much happened last year, di ba?
Yeah.
Ang daming mga nangyari, ang daming mga developments. How do you see ourselves ngayon? Itong bansa natin, given everything, lalo na yung mga revelations sa skandalo sa flood control and all that.
Yeah. Grabe. I think, alam naman nating lahat na matagal na yung issue ng corruption.
Yeah.
Pero parang ang pambihira last year, yung scale and yung intensity ng revelations talaga.
Tama.
For the first time, what pains us about corruption, nalagyan ng price tag na shocking talaga,
Yeah.
na nasa magnitude ng trillion. Kaya dun siguro nanggagaling yung tindi, and I believe yung endurance ng galit ng mga tao. Yung interest nila, passionate interest sa Blue Ribbon investigations, sa Quadcom, sa ICI in its first months, yung mga rallies na nangyari last year. I think this is an energy na tumawid talaga sa bagong taon. And it's an energy that shaped and pushed even the budget process last year na
Yeah.
iba, 'di ba, sa mga naunang mga taon.
Yung
So,
unprecedented level of transparency na lang sa BICAM Very
Oo,
clear
diba?
indicator. Yeah.
First time open BICAM to the public. Yung mga ganon ay mga genie na hindi na pwedeng isiksik ulit sa bote at istopper. I feel this energy will have carried over into the new year. At ihuhugis talaga niya yung mga susunod na mga developments, yung mga legal processes that were begun last year that I feel will continue into trials and into sentences para hindi lang sa mga tao na nasa DPWH at saka sa mga contractors pero pati dito sa political world natin. And moving forward, I think itong passion about anti-corruption kasabay nung yun na nga yung mga pang-araw-araw that make people cry, make people suffer. We will turn, I believe we as a people, gagamitin natin itong mga energies to use as raw materials, as ingredients, as tools to really push for more and more changes moving forward.
Anong gusto mong makita coming out of this, at least in the short term? Kasi meron na tayong nakitang some results. Yun nga, yung open BICAM,
Yes.
itong renewed emphasis on transparency, itong pagiging mas open ng Kongreso at ng Senado sa initiatives na matagal nang natutulog like anti-dynasty, etc. Pero
ganda
in the
yun.
short term, anong tingin mong dapat nating makuha to take advantage of itong galit na to, itong energy na to?
Itong energy, itong buwelo, sana magamit din natin to push some of our priority legislative agenda na nagulat ako, pati ang Malacanang, inadopt yung iba dyan bilang priority ledge daw nila. So, patotohanin natin sila, di ba? You mentioned one, the anti-political dynasty law, finally.
Yeah.
Na, isa sa mga brilliant insights ni Representative Chel tungkol dyan was to wed it to the party list reform bill.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi I remember a conversation with Rep. Chel last year. Sabi niya, sige, itong matagal nang iniutos ng konstitusyon na anti-political dynasty, let's make as an entry point to that yung party list
Na
reform.
actually, nagawa natin yan for SK.
Yes, SK
Before,
reform and empowerment. Correct.
ang only current law na merong anti-dynasty ngayon is the SK reform law na pinasa natin sila.
Diba?
Kami nila
Hats
kaka.
off to,
Tama.
hats off to you and the young people na partner nyo nung pinasa natin ng akbayan. And these young people, they were so much a part of the anti-corruption campaign again last year. They were so much, 'di ba, yung mga young tawag dito, budget reform experts natin during the budget debates last year, 'di ba? Especially may gulay. I can see their faces. Their names are at the tip of my tongue. Mga younger experts and resource persons sa budget debates last year. And these young people are at the forefront marami sa mga issues na inilalaban natin on the environment, of course in terms of identities, but also in terms of yung mga overarching and unifying issues na which pag naipanalo natin can bring a lot of relief to people in the everyday, no? Presyo ng bilihin, yung kita sa trabaho at hanap buhay, 'di ba? So all of these moving forward into even onto the elections of the decades to come, young people will be so important. And of course, young people themselves are an energy who give me
Yeah.
hope.
Pero Luisan, you became very prominent last year, especially with the investigation on Alice Guo.
Yes,
Parang ang tanong ko,
2024.
Do people approach? Kasi parang ang dami mong marami investigation. Parang ang feeling ko, malaki ang tiwala ng tao sa kaya maraming lumalapit sa iyo. Ganun ba yung How is you're able to attract a lot of these people who would like to ask you to investigate?
Ay, maya't maya may nagsusumbong pa rin na sometimes related to the POGO, sometimes related to the flood control, magsusumbong din. Kahit sa messenger lang. And then, syempre, titignan namin ng legis ko. And sometimes there are really nuggets of gold. Lalo na kapag yung mga pagsumbong ay from the localities where they live, where they work. And yeah, people approach me on the sidewalk or kung sa supermarket para sabihin, hey, nanood kami dyan sa POGO at sa Alice Guo investigations nyo, or nanood kami sa budget debates or yung Blue Ribbon sa flood control scam. Until now, there are younger women and even men na magsasabi, talagang nagamit namin at nasiyahan kami dun sa expanded maternity leave law. Kasi nakapag longer maternity leave ako, or some guys will say nakapag longer paternity leave ako. So, nakakatuwa.
Dapat pala magkaroon na rin ng YouTube channel si Risa. Isumbong mo kay Risa.
Oo nga.
Oh my gosh. Hindi na ako makakahabol dun sa isang koliko sa Senado, sa ganyan.
Pero Risa, itong Congress na to, you are the chair of the Health Committee.
Yes, again, after 8
Can I
years.
just ask, bakit mo piniling maging chairperson ng Health Committee?
Oh, that was already my wished for committee when I started working in the Senate noong 2016. Kaya lang 2017, tinanggal kami ni na Sen Frank, our minority then, what became our minority then, from our committees. Ngayon lang ako nakabalik ulit bilang chair ng Committee on Health after 8 years. Kasabay nang I'm still happily chair of the Senate Committee on Women. Oo. But I'm so excited to be back sa health kasi ngayon mas pwede pa naming itulak ulit yung full realization ng Universal Healthcare Law at pwede na naming finally i-convene yung Congressional Oversight Committee on the Universal Healthcare Law para tignan paano na implementa itong UHC law on the 6 tinatawag na pillars of a universal healthcare system. Halimbawa, yung usapin ng let's have enough beds sa lahat ng government hospitals natin kasi kulang na kulang. Or dun sa aspect ng health financing and insurance, itulak talaga natin yung full zero balance billing sa Department of Health and PhilHealth. Lalo na ngayon, there's a wonderful new PhilHealth President CEO si Dr. Edwin Mercado, super partner to push these reforms and much more.
So ang vision mo talaga for universal healthcare, libre, zero balance.
Oo, zero balance billing. Sa ngayon kasi it's reserved to, of course, our indigent patients. At kapag the improvement is kahit hindi ka indigent, kahit middle class ka, or kahit siguro kung mayaman ka and you choose to take a basic or ward accommodation in starting with DOH hospitals. Pero ngayon, we're going towards even private hospitals. A certain percentage ng mga beds nila devoted to basic and ward accommodations at dun makaka-avail ang PhilHealth member ng zero balance billing. So let's have that continued and more accelerated realization ng universal healthcare law para 'di ba lahat naman ng Pilipino ay PhilHealth member, lahat tayo nagko-contribute whether directly or indirectly. I-push natin 'yon para talagang walang threat of financial ruin
Tama.
ang kahit sinong pamilya dahil lang nagkasakit.
Risa, meron akong isang advocacy na galing pa to kay Pinoy. No? This was a debate between being hospital-centric and primary care-centric. No?
Yes.
Ang insistence ni Pinoy, and which I really believe is, if we focus more on primary care, healthcare,
Yes.
mas makakamura tayo ng panggasto sa universal healthcare kasi
Correct.
you treat them early. Pero ang
Yes.
napansin namin, and maybe I'm not sure if I'm correct here, that if you are too hospital-centric, eventually the cost of healthcare becomes more expensive because you're bringing them to the hospital. So, sana
Correct.
mailipat, maigawa ninyo na mas may emphasis sa primary healthcare kasi
Oo.
para mas mura ang paglabas ng premium ng healthcare natin, benefits.
Correct.
If you treat them early, you take care of them early, para the cost
Yes.
of healthcare will be a lot lower than bringing
Yes.
them eventually to the hospital. Parang yun ang... kaya
That's
yun yung
the heart and
yun yung
soul.
Debate
Ay,
namin.
Tama kayo ni Noy. That's the heart and soul of the universal healthcare law. It's really anchored on primary healthcare.
Right.
Na sa pagkapanganak natin, healthy pa tayo, or in our adulthood, healthy pa rin tayo. Through health promotion, panatilihin nating malusog. Pero kung magkasakit man tayo, knock on wood, primary healthcare pa rin ang unang approach. Doon
Right.
tayo sa hindi specialist agad, di ba? Hindi self referral. Let's go through the universal healthcare system. Tutulungan tayo ng ating chosen healthcare provider to navigate the healthcare system. Doon muna tayo
Correct.
sa primary care para, kasi ang mga ospital, essential din naman ang papel nila, and lalo na at the tertiary level, kung wag naman sana lumuba ang sakit at kailanganin yung tertiary care. But it's true, finances-wise, for every peso we spend for primary health care, nakakatipid tayo ng mas marami sa tertiary level. So, ang hospital at ang primary care, they are actually complementary to each other sa isang maayos na UHC system.
As health committee chair, may nakita ka na bang dapat iimbestiga?
Yes. And tinuro na ito mismo ng DOH. Kasi nung budget debates last year, sinabi mismo ng Secretary of Health na meron silang mga super barangay health centers na pinondohan pero hanggang ngayon, hindi pa operational. Why?
Wow!
Yeah, Barry. So it's not just flood control scams. Tinuro mismo ng DOH na bakit may ganitong mga non-operational super barangay health centers. DepEd also pointed out mga bagay na sinimulan na rin nilang imbestigahan. So, whatever happens to the blue ribbon on the flood control, whatever happens sa ICI na we have filed bills para palakasin yan, hindi pa hinain, we can continue sa Senado to file resolutions for investigation sa iba't ibang mga komite na may oversight over the different departments para talagang tignan natin at kung kailanganin, i-root out natin yung korupsyon sa lahat ng departments ng ating gobyerno.
Malaking ano yun yung healthcare talagang importante.
At saka, ang masaklap kasi sa mga corruption na lumalabas, di ba? Flood control, healthcare, education. Ito yung mga kailangan ng tao eh.
Yes.
Tapos yan pa yung pagnanakawan mo. Parang,
Exactly.
di ba, parang
Correct.
doble yung sakit eh.
Exactly.
Correct. Kasi buwis nila, inaasahan natin na ang buwis magpo-produce ng services,
Tama.
social protection, including flood control. Siyempre, darating taon-taon yung bagyo. Then, babahain tayo ng mas grabe pa. Talagang double whammy. Kaya siguro dobleng galit.
Naalala ko, yung itong may earthquake Risa sa Cebu, yung Bogo, ang laki ng earthquake. Yung, I think, tama ba yun yung finand nyo
Na ospital.
Yes.
na ospital. At yun lang
Yes.
ang matinong
Naiiwang structure na nakatayo.
structure nakasurvive.
Sobrang natouch ako sa sinabi ng medical director doon. Kasi pagdating namin doon sa Bogo, which had been the epicenter of that earthquake in Cebu, malakas na bagyo, sabi niya, Sen, I was so grateful. Walang fatality caused by the earthquake in that hospital. And grabe, sabi niya, ni isang glass window, walang nabasag.
Wow!
So, I mean, it shows na kapag tama nating
Ginastos ang pera.
ina-appropriate
Tama.
at ginagastos, ine-execute yung program or yung project, it works for people. So, after that strong earthquake, at the epicenter of the earthquake, that hospital in Bogo continued to take care of the injured and the sick.
I don't
in that
understand,
area.
Risa. How is it that that particular hospital that you funded was able to withstand the other hospitals who may be similarly funded by others?
Yun yung subject to fact-finding siguro. Pero kaming ilang mga senador na nag-pitch in to propose amendments at the proper time, ha? Doon lang sa period of amendments in that earlier year. Hindi kami nag-insertion sa BICAM. We proposed our amendments during the period of amendments, inapproved ng Senate as a body. So, happy kami na. And it was really proven to us na, happy talaga yung tinulungan nating maitayong ospital sa Bogo because it showed, unlike the other health facilities na nag-collapse in the middle of the earthquake, na this was money put and executed to good use.
Well spent.
So, posible naman
Well
pala.
spent.
Di ba? Ganun ba pala?
Posible.
So, on the topic of posible, di ba? Pinag-uusapan natin kanina yung idea mo nga na zero ba, preventative muna, di ba? Primary healthcare. And then, kung sakaling kailangan mo mag-ospital, zero balance. Which is actually what happens sa mga ibang mga bansa na merong universal healthcare, di ba?
Yes,
They don't need to spend.
yes.
So, sa tingin mo, Riz, honestly, achievable yon para sa Pilipinas?
Honestly, dito lang sa mga kapitbahay natin sa Asia Pacific, merong mga best practices sa Thailand, a little further away sa Australia. If we want to go further sa NHS sa UK, I'm sure pag hinanap natin sa Latin America, sa Africa, meron din. So, I mean, di ba, kung nagagawa ng ibang mga bansa, ibang mga peoples, no excuses sa atin. So, let's just do it.
So, sa sistemang yan, kailangan pa ba kaming lumapit sa congressman namin o sa
No.
senador namin para
No.
kumuha ng endorsement letter?
Please, diyon ang isang practice na gusto na nating spare yung ating mga kababayan. So, ngayon pa lang, may pending bill. It's called the Universal Healthcare Medical Assistance Program Bill, na sa bawat ospital, merong isang simpleng at generically named na office, social services unit, one-stop shop, doon na lahat ng medical assistance ng buong gobyerno. Whether yung kasalukuyang ma-IFIP ng DOH or yung medical assistance ng DSWD or ng PAGCOR or ng PCSO, doon lang magtatanong ang pasyente or pamilya niya, makukuha na nila. Diretso. Hindi na dadaan sa senador, hindi na dadaan sa rep. Because why? And you know, ngayon umiikot ako sa mga government hospitals. Kunyari, the other month, nandun ako sa Pampanga, sa Jose Bilingad. Then may lunch meeting ako sa iba pang mga doktor sa ospital and in other provinces. Ayaw na mga government hospitals na mga doktor natin na kailangang halos mag-beg pa ang ating mga kababayan at magkaroon pa ng akala mo utang na loob sa aming mga politiko. Because why? Like the flood control projects, pinopondohan yan ng buwis ng mamamayan.
Tama. Binayaran na nila yan eh.
Binayaran na nila. And entitlement natin yan bilang mamamayan. Hindi na kailangan dumaan dapat sa politiko.
Risa, merong itong paulit-ulit na fake news na lumalabas doon to sa
Oh,
PhilHealth.
God. Yes,
Pwede
yes.
ba papaliwanag once and for all
Yes.
para sa ating mga followers?
Yes.
Ano ba itong fake news na to at ano ba talaga ang totoo?
Ang talagang totoo ay naging miyembro ako ng board ng PhilHealth for 11 months in late 2014 hanggang late 2015. Kasunod niyan, ginawan ako ng fake news na kasama ako sa corruption nung 2016 onward.
Nawala ka na doon.
Wala na ako doon. At sinabi yun ng PhilHealth Finance Department, sinabi ulit yun ng Commission on Audit, sinabi yun mismo ng mga fact-checkers tulad ng Verifiles. So, kumbaga may mga resibo sila at paulit-ulit nilang pinipresenta. Pero yung fake news makers, paulit-ulit din at massively nila inuulit. So, kailangan ko lang sabihin yun din ng paulit-ulit. Yan po ay kasinungalingan. physically impossible na ginawa ko yun at talagang hindi ko
Ang-
ginawa.
Ang upside lang niyan, Sen, ay kapag tinitira ka na ng fake news, ginagawa ka na ng fake news, may impact ka. Ibig sabihin.
Yes, tama yun.
Well,
So, mga kababayan,
Well.
you've heard personally from Senator Risa Ontiveros the real state of this whole thing about PhilHealth. Hindi siya kasama doon dahil tapos na siya. 2016,
Yes.
senador na siya eh.
correct.
Diba? So, narinig niyo kay Senator Risa Ontiveros. Kaya kung sino man magsasabing involved siya, banatan niyo na. Sabi, narinig ko mismo kay Senator
Please.
Risa Ontiveros na yan ang totoong nangyari.
Yan.
Opo,
Pero
please.
ako sobra akong na-excite dun sa kinuwento mong plano mong ma-achieve talaga na buong implementation ng
Yes.
universal healthcare. Kasi
Yes.
yung ideya talaga na bawat Pilipinong pamilya hindi na kailangang mag-alala kung sakaling may nagkasakit sa kanila dahil alam nila na may sasagot niyan na pondo galing sa gobyerno. Ang laking nun ang laking ginhawa. Kumbaga,
Oo,
Healthcare is a
talaga.
human right, di ba? Dapat
Yeah.
yan,
It
karapatan yan.
is.
na nakalagay sa
Dapat
konstitusyon natin
talaga.
actually.
Correct. Kaya
Actually, right,
Talaga,
right.
hopefully, Risa, as chairman, talagang mangyari na yan para...
Yes, I'm so excited to work on that talaga.
Yeah.
Being a community organizer, talagang ramdam mo yung It's good to have a community organizer as a chair of health committee.
Pero eto, how do you see yung mga nangyari in the last year? Itong mga exposés na to, yung lumabas na galit ng tao, yung I suppose bigger expectation sa gobyerno na lumabas dito. How do you see this playing out sa mga susunod na taon? Especially pagdating ng 2028, napipili na naman
Yes.
tayo ng mga bagong leaders natin. Ano yung how do you want people to take this forward?
Well, I believe we're already translating yung galit natin into greater decisiveness na let's make these changes bigger and deeper and let's make the changes stick for the future. Siguro yung galit natin is also awakening that not just a greater hope, pero expectation, definitely sa gobyerno, dapat lang, pero siguro expectation din sa sarili natin, no? Yung mga kasama sa civil society, yung mga kababayan natin, I think kahit sa private sector, kasi, teka muna, ang dami nating pangarap sa ekonomiya natin, bakit nauuna na naman yung mga kapitbahay natin sa reyon to realize their dreams? May din tayong mangarap to, diba, to strengthen our economy, to make our people more prosperous, to make our development path more clear and stable. So, tingin ko itong energy ng galit plus pag-asa plus decisiveness, nararamdaman ko greater decisiveness, hopefully will make us want to deliver better results pati sa mga susunod pang maraming eleksyon.
Ang nabanggit ni Edwin kanina yung isang conversation namin kay Casey, di ba? And parang lumalabas doon may dalawang perspectives eh. Na parang itong mga exposés na to sa dulo, mag-fizzle out din yan, and pagdating ng 2028, we will continue to choose the same old people, di ba? Renewing yung cycle. And then there's the other's perspective na kami, ganun yung tingin namin, na ito panibagong pagkakataon para ma-realize natin na kailangan natin pumili talaga ng mas maayos na mga mauupo sa gobyerno. Ikaw, anong tingin mo?
I'm with you. And may pangitain na tayo ng midterms.
Okay.
May mga unprecedented
Yeah.
na mabuting resulta which gave us more levers within government institutions. Hindi na predict ng marami na usually yan yung mga oracles natin ng mga resulta ng eleksyon. Pero nangyari, napangyari natin o ng mga botante natin, mamamayan natin. And we can move forward with that greater degree of power even within the institution to make it work.
Wag mo
for
namang
the whole society.
minimize yung contribution mo sa 2020.
Hindi naman.
Laki-laki ng ginawa mo para sa kampanya nun eh.
Salamat. Well, syempre, after 2022 na ako lang yung nag-survive dun sa opposition slate, syempre, fired up ako and I felt responsible na maging kasama dun sa paghahanda para sa midterms. And ayun, napagtulong-tulungan natin magdagdag ng mga kasama sa Senado, sa House, lalo na sa party lists, 'di ba? Akbayan, ML at iba pa. And so definitely bahagi ako sa paghahanda rin para sa susunod na general elections.
Dito ko nakikita yung pagiging community organizer background ni Risa. Ayaw na itulak yung sarili niya eh. Laging common triumph ito.
Of course. It really was. And it will be again.
Pero kasi yung sinasabi ko nga ang aking teorya na nangyari ito nung 2010, Risa, kasi di ba 2010
yeah.
grabe ang corruption noon.
Oo.
Napagod ang taong bayan, namili ng isang taong matino at napili si Pinoy. So ngayon, talamak din ang corruption ngayon. So may topmost issue siya. There's a hunger right now again to elect a honest and an honest president. So yan yung that's where parang yan yung perspective ngayon. So naghahanap sila ng sinong matino. Na-mention ka rin one of the na-mention ikaw kasi nga anti-corruption crusader ka. Yung sinabi mo ikaw lang nag-survive and amidst the lack of allies you were able to confront the monsters and the big enemies of like corruption, no? Do you parang if asked, are you willing to consider running as president?
I've been asked that question by at least 2 mga civil society coalitions or movements na salamat sa kanila. Talagang they've taken up the task of unifying the opposition around a common candidate or slate. Oo. And so nung tinanong nila ako, sabi ko, okay, I'm open to running for president and I will definitely support a common candidate kasi yun ang advocacy ko mula sa simula. And I agree, Edwin, talagang may hunger, in fact may uhaw para sa pagbabago. And there's really a golden opportunity right now. Hindi lang dahil sa external na circumstansya, pero yung panloob na pakiramdam ng mga tao.
Sana nga.
Sana nga, oo. Risa, but alam mo, ang kwento nga sa akin, yung may ibang panic, ikaw ang tinitinan dahil hindi ka, you're the unknown eh. Ikaw yung hindi ka ma-define kasi nga, alam nilang lumalaban ka, medyo, because of last year mo was your breakout year eh.
Yes,
Doon ka
2024
nakilala
talaga.
sa survey, sa mga FGD focus group discussions na matapang ka, you are someone who will not you will not buckle under heavy pressure, no? So that's why lumalabas yung pangalan mo repeatedly. So I hope you would consider if asked kasi kailangan natin talaga ng isang matinong, matapang at saka may puso para sa
may puso at may pananaw para sa dapat nating maabot. Yeah.
And the right motivation to serve. And one should not, sa akin lang, Risa, I've been to several elections. You cannot be reluctant because you really have to serve because that is a calling. It's like a vocation that you need to serve the country. And very few people are gifted with that calling. And I hope if that appears, it's offered to you, at least please consider running. And I'm glad to know that you're open to running for president.
Opo, I am considering it and maraming salamat and I will do everything I can bilang kasama to make that scenario materialize na we will have the strongest, most popular, most winnable candidate to offer yung
na
kababayan.
mayu-unify lahat ng progressive forces.
Mayu-unify kasi yun lang ang fighting chance natin talaga.
Tama.
Oo. And itong unifying chance, para sa akin, it's not just a short-term scenario. I'm really excited na mag-offer tayo ng medium-term man lang. Not 1, not 2, but let's work for 3 successive administrations. Para kung may 18 years tayo, 2 decades, 1 generation, mas may panahon tayo to institutionalize the reforms and internalize a worldview.
Lisa, we're on the same page because that was the time during 2013 Butch Abad and I discussed.
Oo.
Because normally reforms to take root should take about 10 years. That's a World Bank study.
Okay.
And that's why we were discussing having 3 terms of successive
okay.
We're on the same page. 20 ano pa lang yan, pinag-uusapan na namin ni Butch Abad. Kaya naghahanap kami
Sana
talaga ng taong talagang because we've seen the benefits of a very good administration. Pinoy was
Talaga.
able to do that despite everything, di ba? Na naging investment grade tayo. He focused on the social services infrastructure.
Yes.
Kaya tumaas din, umangat yung buhay ng ating mga pinakamahirap. And naging number 4 pala tayo. During the time of
diba?
Pinoy, number 4 among the most foreign direct investments.
Diba?
Because of good governance.
Hindi
that's
yung
why
inaalisan tayo ng FDIs ngayon, nilalayasan.
Nilalayasan na tayo.
Kailangan ibalik.
Kaya lalapit ang mga investors sa atin. Gaganda yung buhay ng ating mga kapwa Pilipino. Sana isang tabi muna yung mga kung dilaw, pink, DDS
Yes.
Tingnan mo talaga what is the best for you.
Let's make it a bouquet, like your painting.
Talagang yung
Gawin natin
painting.
bouquet. Yung painting inspiring eh.
Diba? May pink,
Oo.
may yellow.
Iba't ibang, lahat ng kulay.
Yung pala ang ating theme for this year.
pero talagang kung yung puso mo ay for good governance, maraming magagawa.
Okay.